Okay. Thank you guys for being so patient. I have been up very early today because of this new moon in Gemini. I am feeling the energy. So I was up writing out manifestations and just speaking with God on what it is that I am ready to acknowledge in my life. Less about like receiving abundance and more of just like acknowledging that it exists and that it is currently here in my life. Yes, hi Michelle. It's been really beautiful these past couple of days, and I have a testimony to share with y'all too. So we've been doing all this amazing work on gratitude and allowing ourselves to just let it permeate in all areas of our life, right? So I ended up having this really good conversation with my mom yesterday, which has been very far and few in between because me and my mom, I love her with all of my being, but I also understand that boundaries are in place because she tends to be very wild with the things that she likes to say. But so sometimes I long for having like that conversation with her, just having like those daughter talks that you kind of see all over social media, and I'm just like, I'm really grateful for the other mother figures that are in my life that can provide me with that. But of course, you always want it with your primary um, parent. And yesterday we had such a good conversation, y'all. It was just so nice. It was so refreshing. And I contributed to the work that we're doing here, tapping into gratitude and allowing ourselves to live and move from our hearts and how it permeates everyone that's around us. It doesn't matter how hardcore they may be, it doesn't matter if they openly say, I'll never change, whatever it is. When you are focusing on cultivating your own energy, when you're focusing on seeing all the gratitude in your life, when you're focusing on opening up your heart and your mind so that you can feel good in your life, by default, anyone that's in your aura, anyone that you care for or you love, their life improves, whether they even realize it or not. Because hearing my mom's voice yesterday and how at peace she was, and how she wasn't feeling frustrated or this need to like fight with me or just fight in general, she just was okay. Like she was content. I know that that's a reflection of my love and my energy and my prayers towards her. I want her to live a more peaceful life. That's one of my biggest desires for my mom. And to hear that that's already happening in these small ways is very impactful for me. So I wanted to share that with you all because I was very happy. I was just like, ah, mommy, like this is so nice to like talk to you like this. And it felt very much mother daughter, but it also felt like chit chatting with your girlfriend. And that's nice because at the age that I am in, that is something that we look forward to. Women in their 30s and their 40s, you look forward to having a friendship with your mother because now you both are in a space where you both can identify as women, tax-paying citizens of the world, and you're able to see the womanhood in her because you are now actively living in yours, and it's just beautiful to have that experience. So I am praying that there's more of it, but even if that's the only experience that I get, that was still so enriching and so sweet for me to have. And that was definitely probably the highlight of my day yesterday, being able to have that conversation with my mom. And it was such a simple conversation, but it was so good. It really brought a smile to my face. So I want to share with you all. Okay, beautiful. Yes, finger snaps. Ooh, yes. Thank you, Sia. It is beautiful. It's really nice. Michelle, yesterday after our money meditation, I opened my email, so I'm receiving a prepaid MasterCard for upgrading my phone. I know that's right, Michelle. Yes. Ah, my goodness. TJ, absolutely 100% great testimony. I'm going to reach out to my mom today because of that. Thank you, Lotus. I am sending you all the good vibes, and I really hope that it is exactly what it is that you need it to be because it's so refreshing and it's so nice. And I would also say too, when you start to receive more testimonies, it's really beautiful to share it in community and spaces where people are going to uplift you, right? I wouldn't necessarily share my testimony with somebody that like has a really rough time with their mom and it's like, look, I cut my mother off completely, which I respect and I honor if that's what you need to do. But that can be very hard to celebrate your wins with somebody that's also feeling such a deep loss, right? So just being mindful of the spaces in which you share your wins and your testimonies. And hopefully, you can always share your testimonies here, or you can DM me and share your testimonies with me personally. I am a safe space. I love to celebrate people. I love to compliment people. It really just brings me so much joy to do. But yeah, you don't need to necessarily add pressure onto anything. I just wanted to share. And TJ, I hope that the conversation goes really, really good with your mom. And and that you just feel seen and safe, even if it's for a few minutes. You know, like you know your capacity and what it is that you have, and honor that because good things will come of it. Okay. For everyone, I want to make a quick announcement. So yesterday, I have no idea what's been happening with my second lives. It seems like every time I hop on at 11:11, I don't know if it's the platform. I don't know if it's the Wi-Fi. I'm literally sitting in the same place as I am with you all, and it's excellent the entire time. My Wi-Fi connection is perfect the entire time that we're together. But for whatever reason, around 11:11, the time like everything starts to freeze, and I don't know what's going on. So I'm still going to try my best to host them at 11:11, but if they do not work out, we'll find an alternative method. What I did yesterday is I made yesterday's live replay available for 24 hours for anyone that wanted to join in on the second session and was unable to. So if you know somebody that was trying to watch it and kind of saw the technical difficulties, things like that, there was a meditator who was feeling really anxious, and I wasn't able to get their name in enough time to reach out to them personally. So I'm really hoping that they're okay and that they're feeling grounded. But if you want to watch yesterday's, it is up and available on a different platform. You can check the email that I sent out last week. It gives you access to any other platform that I have. But yeah, I want to put that out there because I have no idea what's happening. And as a practitioner holding space, that could be a little frustrating because I don't ever want you guys to leave a space and not feel satisfied and not feel like, okay, I received what I needed to receive today. And yes, it was out of my control because it was technical glitches, but still, So I just wanted to, if anyone was hopping on yesterday and wasn't able to tap in the way that they wanted to, I am trying to figure out why that is and how we can fix that as quickly as possible. Okay? Okay. Beautiful. Good morning, Pamela. Hello, hello. Amy, hello. Happy Thursday. Today's the last day of school for the kids at the elementary school where I work. Yes, summer's right around the corner. I can't wait for you. Amy, congrats on making it through another year as an educator. Whoop whoop. I hope you get some rest and rejuvenation this summer. Take care of you. I could not agree more, Michelle. Thank you for that wisdom. Um, yes, it's always bittersweet for us, right? At the end of the year. To ask for love donations for Thank you, Alexa. Alexa, stop. Okay, guys, you guys heard Alexa. If you're able to give a donation, by all means, please do. Alexa, stop. If you're able to give a donation financially, I would deeply appreciate it. Of course, this is part of like my livelihood and how I'm able to like sustain my own living. However, if you're unable to, leaving a rating or review is just as helpful and impactful. And signing up for my email list, that's the link in the bio. I did find where the link is. If you're doing the mobile app, you have to go to the About. For me, on my teacher profile, you go to the About and you scroll all the way down. It's at the absolute bottom. You'll see the link to join the email list if you're not already on it. That also helps me because then that allows me to stay in contact with you on and off the platform and let you know if there's anything new happening that you may want to be a part of or experience, okay? So whatever it is you're able to do, I thank you in advance, and we're going to just continue to move on with today's topic, okay? Summer Star, how are you? How are you doing? Pura vida, Amazon. I miss you. TJ, she will be very happy to hear from me because she lives in Colorado and I live in Pennsylvania. Oh my God, TJ, we live very close to each other. I don't think we realized that. Or did we? And we talked about this and I just don't remember. It could be that too. I'm just going to tell her I want to hear her voice. But if the energy goes left, she knows I was talking on the time. Yes, I love the control I have over my life. Ashe, you have authority over the experience in which you are having. So yes, saying that is just going to be so powerful for her. And again, it doesn't have to be a long conversation. It could be a quick 5 minutes. We were able to talk for 30 minutes, which really blew my mind because I was like, oh, not the progress because oof, we're both fixed signs. We both have very bold, strong personalities. I am my mother's daughter, very much so. So it's always very interesting when we're in the same space. But this was really beautiful to be able to be in community with her and just chill and relax. So TJ, please let us know how it goes. Okay. Yes. Okay. So today is day 18, and it is the magical to-do list. And I'm actually very excited about this because this kind of goes based off of our our initial desires that we wanted to call in. I want to feel like that was day one. What day was that we did this? Day 13, make all your wishes come true, where we talked about our wishes and we meditated on them, visualizing them coming to be and us experiencing them and what that would feel like for us. This is like the next level of that, okay? So I'm going to read something from the actual book itself because it was really good. Okay. So really, when you think about it, gratitude is your best friend, which I think that is so sweet. It is always there for you, always available to help you. It will never fail you or let you down. And the more heavily you lean on it, the more it will do for you and the more it will enrich your life. Today's magical practice will show you how to lean on gratitude even more so you can do far more magical things for you. Okay? Every day there are little life problems that come up and that need solving. Sometimes we can feel overwhelmed if we don't know how to solve a situation. Maybe your problem is that you don't have enough time for all the things that you need to do, or you're at a loss because there are only 24 hours in a day. It may be that you feel overwhelmed from work. You may be at home taking care of the children and you feel frazzled or exhausted, right? You may be faced with a problem that needs fixing, but you have no idea which way to turn to fix it. You may have lost something and have tried your best to locate it and have had no luck. Or you might want to find something like the perfect pet, perfect babysitter, a great hairdresser, etc. You can be in an uncomfortable situation because of something a person has asked you, right? Essentially, just expressing a lot of discomfort. The magical to do list will help you with any little day to day problems when you do not know what to do or when you simply want something to be done for you, and you will be amazed. So, there are different variations of this practice, and I like to use it myself. Usually, in the back of my journal, I'll have like a to do list, like for the universe and God to handle, and then things that I know I'm capable of doing, right? So anytime there is something in my life where I am just like, I really don't know how to make this happen, I don't know what to do, I'm really at a loss for words, and I'm a problem solver, right? So if I get to a space where I really can't solve anything, I go to my journal and I write it down. I usually write it number two pencil because that is the best way to call in your blessings. So if you are manifesting, if you are conjuring, you really want to make sure that you use a number two pencil because all the elements in the pencil help to bring about your manifestation. There's a reason why they say write it down in pencil, not in pen, because ink has a different frequency. Okay, so I'll write it down in the back of my journal, and literally it's a to do list for God or the universe, and then there's mine. And I like to do this often, especially when I'm starting to feel very overwhelmed by life, because it helps me to remember that one, I'm co-creating. I'm not doing this life by myself. All of these things are not solely my responsibility. I actually get to work with the entity and the energy that has created all things, and that allows me to even be existing as is. And that can be God, Allah, um, universe, love, source, whoever you call on to in your time of need. That list would be for them. Now, here's something that I really want to express that I think is very important when we are asking for things from the universe, from God, from source. You need to be able to ask for it with clarity, and you need to be able to ask for it with authority. A lot of times we are kind of taught in random cultural practices that, you must be like very meek and like, if you have the chance, God, to get this done, like I deeply appreciate. No, like God, source, universe, whatever you call on to, has implanted confidence in you, runs through you, uses you as a vessel, as a channel, right? You need to speak with authority when you're asking for things. If you're working with your ancestors, you're speaking with authority, right? Not dictatorship, authority, okay? It's a simple, dear God, this is what I desire, and I know that you can bring this to me. If not this, then something more aligned and for the greater good of all involved. Very simple, very clear. I'm not saying, I don't know if I'm unworthy to. No, we're not saying that because that's not how we're able to call things into our existence that are going to be for us. When you operate from a space of smallness, even in your prayers and your manifestations, you're never going to receive what you actually deserve. So you need to speak from a space of authority, of ownership, because this is your life that was given to you by source, universe, whoever you call on to, whoever you believe into, right? But the same way, think about you being a parent or you just being an adult. When a child's asking for something, they're kind of mumbling. You're like, what? Girl, like, what? It's hard for you to be able to give them what they want, right? They have to repeat it again, then they get flustered, and it's a whole thing. It's the exact same energy when you're talking to your source. They do not want to hear you mumbling. They don't want to be like, what happened? What was that, Lotus? What? No, say it with your chest. I say this to my niece all the time, and it actually drives her crazy. But I'm like, what? Say it with your chest or don't say it at all. And she'll just be like, Auntie Lo, can you take me here? And I'm like, oh, okay, that's what you were saying? Sure, that's not a problem. You want to have this level of authority, of confidence. It needs to be a heart led posture. We talk about this a lot in different cultures when it comes to spirituality. You have to have posture when you're asking for the things you desire, when you're calling in the things that God has planted into your mind. God, source, universe. I use the names interchangeably. Please focus on whatever name is best for you, okay? When you're speaking with source, you need to be able to say, hey, this is what I need. And I also know you know how to provide this for me. So either you'll give me the resource, the stamina, the skill set, or put me in the right environment with the right person. I know and I have strong belief in what you are capable of. And because of that belief I have in you, I can extend it to myself and know that I can ask you and receive it. Quite often, we don't receive our manifestations because we do not ask for them clearly. We don't ask them with ownership. And if you do not own your manifestations and asking them, how are you going to own them when they get to you? Okay? Let me know if this makes sense for you. So this is like a variation of your desires, because these are still desires. It's just more like day-to-day things. Okay? And you want to get in the habit of practicing to call on the universe for pretty much everything. I remember, I can't remember who it was, but when I was younger, I remember being like, you only pray to God for like the really big challenging things in life, like when somebody is sick or you need more money, things like that. And somebody came up to me and just kind of like, I asked God for like what I should wear for the day, what I should eat. And I was like, why would you do that? Like, God is just such this, this big source. And again, this was me unlearning a lot of things that I had learned in the religion I grew up in, that really taught me to be small and to be fearful as opposed to be in awe, and in divine alignment with God, right? Things happen. But when I heard her say that, and she was just like, I keep God in everything that I do. If there's something, I'd be like, God, come through. You already know the vibes. And it allows me to not only strengthen my connection with God, but it also allows me to feel more comfortable asking for the things that I desire. So when I do get to the big things, I'm not waiting till it's a dire moment and asking for a miracle to pull it through. I've already been working on that, building on that, and God already knows where to steer any type of alignment, miracles, or protection in my life. And that was a really powerful conversation for me to experience, because it changed how I communicate with God, as opposed to looking at God as this huge entity that I could never ever really touch or be a part of, or like I was unworthy of. I was able to speak to God like a friend, like a loved one, like somebody that I could really have a heart to heart with, because Source is witnessing everything that I experience at all moments of the time, at all moments of the day. Source knows who I am. I can't hide my personality. They know the vibes, right? So it was nice to be able to give myself that permission to begin asking God exactly for what I wanted, and trusting that it was going to come to me, and not being so stressed out thinking that everything in my life was my responsibility. So let me know if that resonates, if that makes sense, or if that's a practice that you already do, because we'll be focusing on that in our meditation and our EFT session today, to cultivate that awareness of ownership, that awareness of authority, to really practice leaning in and asking gratitude, asking God, source, universe, hey, come through and make something shake, because I can't do it. Okay, there we go. Yes, TJ, you know I forgot. You know my heart. You know I forgot. Please forgive me. Yes. Okay. You know why too? Because I am new to Pennsylvania. I'm from New York City, and I have no idea where Ben Salem is. That's probably why I forgot. But hopefully we can see each other like in person and stuff like that. That'd be like so nice. That's just me putting it out there into the universe. Oh my goodness, it's a big day for me. Vita, what's going on? Oh my goodness, I love this for you. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, TJ, I'm a mother and I'm sending you so much love and much groupie vibes for extending your birth mother. Yes, Gloria. I love this. Lotus, I love the idea of a to-do list for the God universe. Yeah, it's helpful. Like, you know what to do. Um, yes, yes, yes. Jerry Joe, can you explain why? I need a little bit more clarity on what you're asking me, or if you're asking me or you're asking somebody else in the chat. Okay? Okay, see, this all makes sense. As a kid, I felt God was too busy for my prayers. Me too, Michelle. I was like, God's over here trying to keep the birds alive, make the grass grow. You know, like, I really felt like I would be a burden asking God for anything other than what I was being provided for by my parents. Right? I was like, ooh, no, 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 no. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to upset God, right? I grew up in like a Baptist church, so you were often heard like the wrath of God and things like that, and that was terrifying as a child to hear. I don't think people really realize that, but yeah, I was like afraid of like, oh my goodness, what if I ask for something and God is like, are you serious right now? You see everything that I'm trying to do. The world is in chaos, and you're asking me for something so small, so simple you can figure out yourself. That is really how I felt for a very long time. It took a lot of shadow work, a lot of building up my self worth to be able to speak to God and be like, God, you are endless and infinite, are you not? So great. I need help with this thing because I really don't know what to do. And I've gotten to the point where the more that I ask God and source for help, it's actually become a lot easier for me to ask for help in the physical world. I used to be that person that could do everything on their own. I was the quintessential strong friend, all those things like that. And obviously that contributed to my burnout that I experienced in my late teenage years, having to do everything on my own, being this super overachiever. Now, literally for anything that comes up, I'm just like, God, uh, because you know that I don't have it in me. And I ask this help of everyone now. I am not afraid to ask for help because I first and foremost know that people who love and care for me want to provide me with help. They want to be able to help me. But if I do not communicate that I need help and what I need help with, it makes it very hard for them to show up. And then that creates a very unhealthy dynamic in our relationship. Because then I feel like I'm not being satisfied and I'm not being cared for. And they feel like I keep trying, but you never tell me what you need help with, right? And that creates an unhealthy power balance in the relationship, and that can make a lot of issues go sour because you start to feel undervalued or like, why can't you see what I'm going through to be able to help me intuitively? And a lot of people's intuitions are blocked. A lot of people are struggling going through things, so if you want help, you got to speak it with, say it with your chest so that people know that you need help. And if they cannot help you, you have to trust that they will tell you they cannot help you, and that God will supply you with the resource or person or environment that will. But the point is to ask and to get comfortable in asking for help. I ask for help all the time. And I ask for help from anybody. Sometimes I ask for help from my niece to get her to understand that she can always ask for help. It does not matter what your age is, all the time, any chance that I get. Because it allows me to remember that the universe, source, God, universe, whoever I call on to my time of need, they literally are always around me. They're working not only through me, but through the other people that I encounter, through the spaces that I am in. Sometimes God giving me an answer is through someone else randomly showing up in my life. Or I can't tell you how many times I'll say a prayer and just be like, God, when you're ready. And then I talk to my sister. She's like, you know what I was thinking about today? And it's the exact answer of what it is that I was just praying for. But if I hadn't built up that relationship with my sister of asking for help and her knowing that she can offer me wisdom and insight, she wouldn't have never just openly have said these things to me, right? There is a circulation that needs to happen with the energy of asking for what you want, having ownership, and also leaning into the power of gratitude. Because anytime that I get help, I'm also deeply grateful. It's not like, oh, you better help me because if not, God's gonna be upset with you. No, it's like, wow, thank you. Thank you for tuning in and listening to God enough, right, to know that I needed this help, or to open your heart and to hear what I said to you and know that you could help me and to offer your time and energy. I do not take any help that I get for granted. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm catching up. Thank you. Vita, Destiny, Light and Love, and for your big day. Yes, Vita, I'm very excited. I have no idea what's going on, but I know it's going to be wonderful for you. Jerry Joe, I was told one, stop separating yourself from God. He proposed, this is God playing Jerry, and God playing Lotus, simply playing himself. We're all extensions of Source, right? However you learn about God, each religion has their own filter in which they interpret the wisdom and the insights of God. I was taught that we're extensions of God, that we are literally an extension of themselves. So when we are an extension, that means that I actually have the capabilities and abilities that God does have, right? I am an embodiment of God. I am God personified. And this is not to have like a weird ego about it, like kind of like in the kind Yeezy way. Not like that at all. It's just simply witnessing the divinity within me. Because if you think that divinity is separate from you, it's going to be very hard for you to receive help or for you to call in manifestations in your life. Simply because you don't think that you're worth it. And we talked about the worth issue yesterday. And a lot of times it's because we don't witness the divinity within us. Because if you understand that you're a divine being having a human experience, then you inherently know that you are worthy. Because all things that are divine are worthy, just as much as all things that are human are also worthy, right? These are things for us to remember as we're moving through life. But yes, Jerry Joy, I agree with you. Rahana, there's a great course on Insight Timer on prayer that helped me a lot because I always felt like I was praying wrong. Teacher is Jim or John. Thank you for sharing that resource. Yeah, I actually did a 90-day prayer circle with women all around the world. I'm literally all around the world, and every day we woke up and we prayed together, and it was a very intense learning experience. But what I came to understand is that there's no wrong way to pray. Prayer is simply you in conversation with Source. That is all that it is. When you pray, you're talking to God. And when you meditate, you are hearing God. It is that simple. There's no wrong way to pray. I have people that be like, "What's up, Big G?" and talk to them like they straight from New York City. God understands it all. You can pray in Spanish. You can pray in a different language. It doesn't matter. God understands it all. I talk to God sometimes like it's my homegirl. Like, "Hey, how are you today? Q Q Q. Okay, cool. This is what I need." Because however I need to pray. Some days my prayers are very biblical. Some days my prayers are very hoodoo based. It doesn't matter. I also firmly believe in that you pray however you gotta pray. Like there's a saying from Deepak Chopra, do whatever you need to do to be close to God. Do whatever you need to do to be close to God. That is why I allow people to be who they are in their spirituality. That is why I can pray with somebody that is Muslim the same way I can pray with somebody that is Christian. Because you are doing whatever you need to do to be close to God, and I'm honoring that act. Whether I understand it or not is absolutely irrelevant to the fact that you are choosing to be in communication with God, and you have allowed me to be in that space with you, and I will hold space for you to have that conversation. That is literally it. It is that simple. It's so easy to understand. There's also a book from Bell Hooks called Sisters of the Yam. It's actually a pretty hard book to get a hold of now. But in the book, she speaks on sisterhood and how she was in prayer circles with women of different cultures. And it was beautiful to see people who were native to the land and how they prayed, people who were from Ghana and how they prayed, people who were Muslim and how they prayed. And she just really understood that prayer is whatever it is that we decide it is to communicate to God. And anyone that kind of tells you that that's not the case, I personally would just let them live their life. I'm not about to just go and pray with you then. If you're putting limitations on how I communicate to God, I really don't have the time and energy for it. That's me personally. However, if you do subscribe to a certain religion and there is a certain methodology that you need to go about in order to witness God in that space, then practice it, I guess, and get familiar with it so you feel more comfortable. Practice it alone, practice it in prayer circle. Ask two or three other people that you feel comfortable with to pray with you. Um, but anyone can pray. Children pray. My niece leads prayer all the time. And it is very simple of just acknowledging God's existence in your life and then talking to them. That is prayer. It is so simple. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Sonia, this is powerful. I think the universe has been sending me this message. Yes, Sonia. 30 minutes. Yes, we are soulmates. Love you so much. I'll meet you very soon. Yes. Oh my God, only 30 minutes away. I also don't drive, TJ. Don't judge me. I have not learned how to drive yet. In New York City, you don't necessarily need to drive. It's not a thing. It's very common for adults to not know how to drive. So yes, we'll have to find a way to make that happen though, okay? I never believe God is too busy for us. While He made us, God has given us power. So never too busy for nothing we need or ask. I agree, TJ, 100%. And sometimes God is like you said, God's given us power. God's given us the authority to also call in what we need. Because sometimes what we need is already present in our lives. We just need to acknowledge it, right? Okay. Vita. Ooh, Vita. Yes, we love this. I am going on a date as you deserve, as you deserve. Not attached to the outcome and have no agenda. I love this for you. Your conversation resonates today because I have created a vision for myself this year. One is meeting someone. I have been so clear. If not this, is something better. Vita, I am so excited for you. It's gonna be amazing. You're gonna have such a great time. They're gonna witness your beauty. It's gonna be a flowing conversation. You're gonna feel seen and heard. And simply because you exist, it will be wonderful. And I love that you have not attached yourself to any outcome, because that's really where God shines. When we don't limit the outcome, God really shows up and shows out. So it's going to be wonderful. However it ends, it will be exactly what it is that you need for you to feel validated in your experience. I'm sure of it. Okay. Yes, we love this. Michelle, I don't ask for help. That's a struggle for me. Past experiences where I've asked and folks didn't come through. I did call on God. A situation seemed dire for me. Often help would then be offered from folks I wasn't expecting to help. Michelle, I hear you on this, because sometimes when we have asked for help when we're younger, we're in a very tough situation and we don't receive the help that we so desperately or needed or desired. It can make us put up a guard of just like, oh yeah, I'm just not gonna ask for help. If I can't figure it out, then I don't need to have it, or I won't experience it, and I'm just gonna be at peace with that. But what I would encourage you to explore is, how can you open up your heart more, right? A lot of times we'll just ask for help from people that are just around us. Sometimes we also don't consider where it is that they are in their life, because sometimes people are just going through things and they're unable to help. Sometimes people don't know how to help. Some people don't have the skill set to help. There are a lot of reasons as to why people are unable to help us in the way in which we desire. But I also feel like, Michelle, you've been doing so much work on getting to know yourself more, and being in safe spaces where maybe you can begin practicing asking for help again, because asking for help is a very powerful practice and it allows you to have relief. Okay, and it's the same thing like finding a therapist. Your first therapist may not be that great and you have to continue to find another one that fits your vibe. It doesn't mean that you should give up on it because the first few times weren't great. This is what I mean by practice, right? When you think about the word practice, you think about maybe an athlete practicing. Some days they can jump the hurdles, some days they barely make it, some days they tumble down and fall. It is all practice. This is what this is. This is a practice. Asking for help is a practice. Prayer is a practice. There is no perfect way in which to receive these things. It's simply for us to build up the muscle and the stamina to continue to move forward. So, as someone who has struggled with asking for help before, I also was asking for help from people that didn't necessarily really love and care for me the way that they were saying that they did. And I had to be very honest with myself and have a sense of awareness to know, like, oh, y'all can't help me the way that I need help. This might mean that you need to, expand your people, your circle, to find people who are willing to be able to help you in the way that you need help. Does that make sense? Here we go. Yes, everybody's like, go Vita, go Vita. I was thinking of, yeah, like, I'm not talking about God in the way that Kanye West speaks of God, as in like he is God. No, like I am God. I'm an extension of God, and the fact that the sun is coming out on a sunny day as I say that is just confirmation in that in itself. We are an extension of Source. We need to acknowledge and honor that, because as we do, Source knows, like, okay, you're paying attention, you're locked in. I can give you more. But if we're over here just saying, like, I'm just a regular human being and I don't know what's going on in my life, Source is, it's going to be hard for us to feel blessed or to receive the blessings. Not because Source is going to withhold it from us, but because we're not paying attention. When we're not paying attention, it can be literally right here or over here, just like, man, I really wish that thing I was asking for would show up. But I'm so focused on the problem and the issue and this person, and that's what took up my time and energy, and I can't. And it's literally saying, hey, right here, the blessing, the miracles right here. It is literally always so close to you. It is not even funny how accessible these blessings and miracles are in our lives. They are quite often right there. And because we are so used to being this way or being this way or looking this way, we miss it all the time. But blessings and miracles are happening 24/7. Okay. Um, is it possible you may just be talking to yourself differently, setting different expectations, perceptions? Who knows? It's possible. It's definitely, I mean, anything is possible. I am very much like a quantum physicist in that understanding of, like, anything is possible. Literally anything. So it is possible that someone could be setting up different expectations and perceptions, right? Quite often, if we haven't really sat with our trauma and worked through it, we can view people through a different lens that's not accurate. We can look at somebody and be like, oh, because of this title that you hold, you have to help me in this thing because this is the title that you have. And how I grew up to understand the title is that this is how who I go to for help. That's not necessarily true all the time. It's less about the title and it's more about the person, right? And we can talk about that in so many different ways where people hold titles that they should not be holding, and they take very safe spaces and traumatize people, right? So it is extremely important for you to make sure that your expectations of someone are as accurate as possible, if that makes sense. And the best way that I've found to do that is honestly to ask God. I ask God for the resources and things like that. I don't necessarily go to people off bat. If I am sitting down or I'm in like a moment of meditation and somebody comes to mind, I take that as a sign that God is telling me to reach out to that person. And normally when I do, whatever it is that I needed answered is answered through them. So I would say strengthen your intuition, strengthen your understanding of yourself and your desires, and it makes it a lot easier for you to know who to ask for help, and who is going to be a resource in your life. Let me know if that supports you, Jerry Joe. Michelle, yes, 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 yes. We love you, Vita. We're all like, Vita, Vita, Vita. Yes. It's gonna be so good, Vita. We're so excited for you. Oh, yay, TJ, because yes, I will walk, meet you anywhere, but I just can't drive. That's my only issue. Okay, Nadia, Vita, how exciting. Yes, yes, yes. Erica, sharpen a new pencil to write my to-dos for the universe. Never heard about that before. Always use pens as it's more permanent. The ink in pens has a different frequency, and there is a I'm gonna see if I can find the let me put a note because my other phone is charging. But I'm gonna see if I can find the creator. Pencil. I'm gonna see if I can find the creator and add it to the email list. She's on TikTok. So if you guys don't have TikTok, you might have to get TikTok because that is where the video is. But she breaks down like the importance of cedar, the importance of lead, like all the different elements that are in pencils, and as to why pencils are the best way to use, best tool to use for manifestation, and how when you put the pencil to the paper, there's a frequency that is ignited, if you will, and it allows for the manifestation to become what it needs to become. And how with pens, the ink is not. There's something about the ink that the frequency just doesn't allow for it to be a smooth transition. But I will find it because she does it. She breaks it down way better than I'm doing it right now. Like she breaks it down. And that will be in the next email, okay, Erica? So please, if you're not on the email list, you can join the email list in my teacher profile or send me your email and I will manually put it in for you so you can get that information, okay? Amazon, one of the most powerful things my mother taught me is that God is bigger than religion. Ashe, 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 yes. Vita, Michelle, the people who will help you are present. I cannot agree more. If you do need help and if there's something that we are able to figure out in our resources, I definitely know that this incredible group of people will do their absolute best. Lisa Abraham Hicks says, make a to-do list with two columns. One column for what I'm going to take care of today, and the other for what is left up to the universe to take care of. Yes, these are literally the same concepts, okay? The to-do is the same thing. Half of the page is for the universe, God, source, energy. The other half is for you. And be very honest when you're making this list, right? So for instance, I was having conflict with one of my previous friends, and I just really didn't know what to do to help the situation. So I had put it on the to-do list for God. Like, hey, I would love for this relationship to be healed, but ultimately I just want it to be taken care of. I just don't want to be worried about it anymore. So if there's something that you can do to make that happen, just on that side. Because I knew that I could not help that situation anymore. And quite often what we end up doing is putting all these things on our side, and there's like one or two things on the universe's side. And it's just like, again, the universe is here to co-create with you, to build with you. You have to be able to give it more. I will be very transparent in the fact that now when I do my list is probably, it's pretty short. It's pretty short. I'm not gonna hold you. It's very short. The universe is a little bit longer, but I also know like you're gonna make sure that these things come out in a way that not only benefit me but benefit everyone involved. And sometimes I do not have that type of foresight, and I'm very much centered in win-win solutions. I want everyone to feel safe. I want everyone to feel seen. And there are some days, in certain circumstances, where I know I can make that happen on my own with my own gifts, talents, and skill sets. And there are other things that I know I'm unable to do, and those are the things that I give to the universe and God. So be very honest in when you're making this list, because the only person that's seeing this list outside of you is God. There's no one else that needs to see it. Utilize your journal to be honest, to be transparent, because that's going to also help you to witness a lot of patterns or habits that you may not want anymore, you may not like, that are not supporting you. And it gets very hard to do that when you're kind of in conversation and you're hyper aware of not offending somebody, or um, just making somebody else feel uncomfortable. Use your journal, whether it's an audio journal or a written journal, to just talk your talk. Share what you have to share. Let the universe be there to support you. Okay? Thank you, Lisa, for sharing that. Vita, so appreciate the support. Yes, we love this. Pencil it in. Yes, perfect, perfect. TJ Lotus, I drive to, and I'm in Central Jersey. Stop it, Vita. Okay. Can we direct message each other so we can figure this out, though? Okay, thanks. Love you guys. Because I would love this. Oh, my heart. Yes, I just found and sharpened 3 pencils ready. Yes, beautiful. Okay, wonderful. So now we know our magical tools. Plus, I love that we're doing this today on a full moon. The alignment never ceases to amaze me. This is actually the perfect time during a new moon, where you get to clarify the desires that you want. When there's a new moon in the sky is a blank canvas, right? It is all black, which again, we talked about darkness being where wisdom and creation comes from, right? That there's no badness in darkness. It just simply is the unknown, the uncertainty. Use this time, this dark moon, to write it out. Write out your magical to-do list, your gratitude to-do list, and let the moon and the cosmic energies amplify and support it. I love to get as much support from the universe as possible. So I tap into astrology, human design. I tap into the moon phases. I'm willing, again, to receive all the help that I need to get. Okay? Beautiful. Okay, perfect, 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 perfect. So that was the activity for today, but we're going to get into the meditation, and I have to get my phone. I need to charge for a little bit, so I'm going to go grab it. While I do this, please. Hi, how are you today? Sekiran, how are you? Um, I'm going to grab my phone. While I do that, please drink some water, because there's a new moon today. I keep saying full moon. It's been happening with a lot of practitioners. I don't know why we keep thinking it's a full moon. It's not. But drink some water today. I'm going to grab my phone, and then we're going to do the meditation in the EFT session, okay? And if you guys have any other questions about this practice, or any type of manifestation questions, since it's in the same topic, let me know and we can answer them, okay? My phone is charged up enough for us to do the meditation. I actually teach from my meditation corner. So when I was younger, my aunt, who practiced a lot of um like hoodoo, which I was like not aware of as a child. She just would tell me things to do, and I just did it because she was my aunt and I loved her. But her house was completely black and white, because she believed in honoring the energy of yin and yang energy, which is funny because I have inherited that. My kitchen is black and white. A lot of my stuff is black and white. I just think it's because I grew up witnessing her. But yes, she would have meditation corners throughout her entire home. She had like a living room that was set up for like what she would consider like normal people who like to sit on couches, but she always sat on the floor. And she always told me it was the best way for her to remain grounded, to receive wisdom from God. Her bed was low, everything. So a lot of the times I look in my house and I notice how much I inherited from her. Outside of her wardrobe, a lot of my pieces I wear from her too. But yeah, so it's always nice to come here and teach and feel like she's right here with me. It's nice. It's a random fact, but it just came to mind. I'm a day older on Tuesday. Or no. That's amazing. Look, getting older, knowing that you have lived life is a wonderful thing. I welcome getting older. I love telling people my age. I think that it's important for us to honor the fact that we have more life that we've lived. You know, I don't yearn for my 20s at all. Honestly, they were really chaotic. I'm very happy to be outside of them. Youth, I really believe, is a heart led activity, a heart based experience. Um, I feel young because in my heart and in my spirit, I'm so aligned and tapped in with God's source universe that age is not something that frightens me or concerns me. It is something that I welcome. I cannot wait to be in my crone energy and to be, the old lady with wisdom, sitting down, talking to the kids in story time. Most of my favorite characters in movies are grandmothers. I've always wanted to be a grandmother. That was like my biggest goal as a child. My mom had to continuously tell me that I would need to be a mom first, but I never subscribed to that. I was like, I want to be a grandmother, okay? That has always been my thing. I cannot. I mean, I can wait. I can be patient, obviously, but I feel like that's when I will peak in like my crone energy. So I am wishing you a very happy birthday. If we end up not seeing each other on this live, and I hope that with this year of you turning older, you also witness how much wisdom you have, how much clarity you've gained, and just how much space you can take up in this world. People don't get to live to those ages, and it's beautiful that you get to, and I honor that for you, and I love that for you. Okay, Michelle. Okay, good luck on your job interview, Michelle. Oh, Michelle, before you go, I don't know if you left already, but write it down in pencil. Write it down. Tell the universe to handle the job interview. If not that job, something better. Okay. Beautiful. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Erica, is it common to feel very tired after an EFT session? Last Sunday, I slept a lot during the day after the session we did. Yes, Erica. I've mentioned this before when we prep for EFT. If you are tapping on something that either you are unaware of or that has a lot of stagnant energy in your body, you're probably going to be tired afterwards. But then I would also ask, are you hydrated? Because most times people are doing energy work, they're not drinking adequate amounts of water, and that will also bring you to a space of fatigue. So this is why I'm very adamant about drinking water before the practice and after the practice. Also, too, when we sleep after EFT, it is our body agreeing with the work that we've done and wanting to implement it ASAP. When you are sleeping, your body is still up and active and working. Your subconscious mind is taking in everything, every sight, every sound, every scent, every experience from that day and deciding which ones become core beliefs and which ones we get rid of. That is what's happening in our brain when we are sleeping. So whenever you're doing something massive, like there's a massive energy shift in the body, it is a natural instinct for you to want to go to sleep to process it, right? The same way we get kind of sleepy around full and new moons. It's your body saying, I'm taking in a lot of energy right now. I need to process without distraction. And to be quite honest, we're up, we're distracted, right? So when we go to sleep, the universe, subconscious mind allows us to process what needs to be processed. So yes, it is very common. Okay, it's also common for you to feel energized. It's also common for you to feel a tingling sensation. It's also common for you to be more emotionally sensitive after using EFT because you are freeing emotions. But that's the goal. The goal is to feel softer and to feel more in tune with your humanity and with your divinity. Not for you to feel like you can push through everything because that is very machine like and you're a divine being. Does that make sense? Okay, let's do brunch. Yes. Okay. Thank you, TJ. Thank you. Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much. Lotus, my colors are black and white and gray. The energy's so amazing. Yes, mine are black and white, and then it's between green and lavender. They intertwine whenever they need to. Yes, it's my lovely who gives me strength. I love this. Yes. Oh, happy 10th birthday to him. 2 months. That's amazing. It's just a number. I'm gonna be 71 in a few weeks. Embrace it. Vita. Correct. Correct. Thank you. Happy early birthday. Oh my goodness. I figured he was a Leo when you said two. I love Leos. My nephew's a Leo. He's chaotic, but I love him. We need to start changing the narrative around age to be one celebration. Yeah, to get another year older is incredible. Incredible. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Happy, happy birthday. Seeing you today, Lotus, has made my birthday treat always so beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate that. I believe at any age you can get to reinvent yourself. 100%. 100%. And I love that. I love knowing that. I love knowing that if I ever become dissatisfied in the life that I'm living currently, I get to recreate it. Like the peace that that brings me. Wow. Thanks. I drink a lot of water. Okay. Did you drink active water, Erica? Was there like a citrus in it or some mineral, like some salt to mineralize it, or electrolytes or coconut water? It is, there's a specific type of water that you do need to be drinking in order to hydrate. So I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure that you're safe. That's very important to me. I think it was the energy around the person I focused on. And that could also be it too. You could be cord cutting. You might need to cord cut. And if you do, I suggest the Ho'oponopono prayer. And it's in conjunction with EFT, and it's on my teacher profile. It's a very soft and gentle way to cut cords from someone that you may need to have space from. Okay? I would strongly suggest that if you're still feeling that residual energy, or you're feeling like that might become an issue in the future. Okay? So you got this. My hands on your back. Vita. That was so beautiful. And like I also felt your hand on my back. You know, they be so emotional, and I love it. I love it. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes to the 1111. Look at the angel number between your birthdays. That's beautiful. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, Erica. And if you need more support, Erica, please DM me. Like, please DM me. Let me know that you need more support. Let me know that I did not answer a question, or if you need like a certain recipe or something. Like, I'm really adamant about making sure that you guys feel supported after, during and after any encounter with me. So if you need something else, please tell me. Okay. If I sound intense, it's because I'm very passionate about you. Okay, I really am passionate about my community. I need to know that you guys are good. Okay. Okay, beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna plug this up so that we can do this wonderful meditation for today for this new moon. And then I need to go over some things, but that's just me talking. That's not for y'all. Well, it will be later on, but not right now. I'm just talking. Don't mind me. There's a lot of thoughts in my head. It's my Gemini rising. Okay, beautiful. Let's begin the meditation. I'm gonna take a sip of my tea. And this is called co-creating with the universe. Um, I'm trying to make my thing a little bigger so I can see. Thank you guys for being so patient. There we go. Okay. Move this up just a little bit. And let's get comfortable. Okay. Co-creating with the universe. A guided meditation. Let's embark on a journey of co-creation with the universe, source, whoever you call on to in your time of need. Beautiful. Tapping into the magical power of gratitude to manifest our desires effortlessly. Find a comfortable position, whether that's sitting in full lotus, sitting in a chair, laying down. And when you get comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes or refocus your gaze inward. Invite a deep breath in, filling up the lower belly, expanding into the heart space. And a beautiful exhale release, softening the shoulders, becoming really present. And as a deep inhale, expanding the lower belly as much as we can, activating our parasympathetic system, letting ourselves know that we are safe. On that exhale, we come home to ourselves in this moment. And with a deep inhale, breathing into the lower belly, expanding to the lower back, sending a second inhale into the heart space as we open mouth, exhale, release. Allowing ourselves to fully relax in this moment. begin, I invite you to take another deep breath in, filling your lungs with fresh, revitalizing air. And as you exhale slowly through the mouth, releasing any tension or worries you may be holding on to. As you continue to breathe deeply and in divine rhythm with the heartbeat of the universe, I want you to repeat these affirmations silently or aloud, allowing their truth to resonate deeply within you. Repeat. I am a co-creator with the universe, and together we bring my desires into reality. And we're going to repeat this one. What I would love for you to do is to bring your hand to your heart center to really call on the energy of love and gratitude for this practice. And as we say each affirmation, feel your chest rise with a knowing that all of this is true. And as you exhale, you send this truth out into the world so that you will witness it again and again and again. Deep inhale in, breathing into the heart space. Slow exhale, release through the mouth. And let's repeat. I am a co-creator with the universe, and together we bring my desires into reality with ease. Deep inhale, breathing in. Slow exhale, releasing that affirmation out into the world. Repeat. I trust in the infinite wisdom of the universe to provide solutions to any problem I may encounter. Deep inhale in, breathing in. Slow exhale, release. Sending that affirmation out into the world. Repeat. I surrender the how and focus on asking, believing and receiving my desires with gratitude. Deep breath in. Slow exhale, release into the world. Repeat. Every day, I lean on gratitude as my best friend, knowing it will never fail me and it will always enrich my life. Beautiful inhale in, slow exhale, release. Repeat. I release any feelings of overwhelm or uncertainty, knowing that the universe has a perfect solution for every situation. Deep inhale in, slow exhale, release. I visualize my desires as already fulfilled, feeling immense gratitude because they are already done. Deep inhale, breathing in, slow exhale, release. Gratitude's magical power combined with the law of attraction rearranges people, circumstances, and events to fulfill my desires. Deep inhale, breathing in, slow exhale, release. Repeat. I am a magnet to solutions and possibilities, attracting everything I need to resolve any situation. Deep inhale, breathing in, slow exhale, release. And repeat. I choose to focus on gratitude for what I want, knowing that like attracts like, and abundance flows effortlessly to me. Deep inhale, breathing in, slow exhale, release. Repeat. The universe conspires in my favor, bringing miracles into my life as I trust, believe, and remain open-hearted. Collective inhale, breathing in, slow exhale, release with the mouth, softening into this moment, letting these affirmations resonate into our bones, into every cell, into every memory. Let these affirmations sink deeply into your subconscious mind, activating the powerful energy of gratitude within you. Give yourself a moment to simply breathe and be present with the feelings that arise. Now, visualize the most important things you would like to resolve or manifest in your life. Feeling the joy and gratitude as if they are already done. Imagine each one has been magically resolved for you by the universe. Picture all the people, circumstances, and events aligning perfectly to bring about the desired outcome. Feel the immense gratitude welling up within you as you give thanks for these solutions being manifested. And remember, the law of attraction states that like attracts like. So by focusing on gratitude for your solutions, you attract more abundance into your life. Be a magnet to solutions, knowing that the universe is always conspiring in your favor. Give yourself a few moments to bask in the feelings of gratitude and empowerment, knowing that you are a powerful co creator with the universe. You can bring your hand from your heart if you haven't already. When you are ready, gently open your eyes and refocus your gaze, carrying the sense of gratitude and trust. Excuse me. There we go. Trust with you as you move through your day. The universe has your back, and miracles are unfolding all around you. Thank you so much for allowing me to lead you in that meditation. Beautiful. I'm going to catch up on the comments as you guys do it. Hi, Priscilla. How are you? Hi, Heidi. You're very sleepy, needs to get back to sleep. Okay, that's understandable. Oh, thank you so much for all this love, Heidi. This is beautiful. Yes, I love this. Hi, Cassandra. How are you? Priscilla, wow, that was so powerful for me. I love this. I love hearing that. Claire, yes, magic. Aaron, I feel like I could simply drift off listening to your soft voice. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, Laura. Hola, buenos dias, Lotus. Hi, how are you, Laura? That was beautiful. I wrote those down in pencil. Oh yes, Kim, I love that in your journal. Yes. Priscilla, what an amazing meditation. I need this so badly this morning. It feels like you were speaking directly to me. It resonated with me. Yay! That makes me so happy. It's gospel. I appreciate this. Keela, buenos dias. I caught the end of it. Wow. Yay. If anyone caught the end of it, do not worry. These are always being recorded. I have to re-record this one in particular for Insight Timer, but it'll be recorded and it's recorded on the replay. We're gonna get into the EFT session now, so if you missed some of the meditation, don't worry, you're just in time for EFT. Okay. So as I go over the basics for EFT, I just want you to get prepared. Drink some water. Okay, I'm gonna drink some water myself. This is a reminder. Ask for love donations. Thank you, Alexa. Alexa, stop. All right, looks like she just stopped. This is a reminder for love donations. If you were able to donate, if something resonated with you and you have the ability to give financially, I deeply appreciate it and I honor it and I'm grateful for it. If you're unable to do so right now, you can always donate later, or you can go ahead and leave a review or a rating on any one of my tracks on Insight Timer, which helps me to help other people. Okay, so any way you can give, I openly and wholeheartedly receive it, and I thank you for it in advance. Okay, beautiful. TJ, there's a book by Gabrielle Bernstein. Yes, I read that book front to back, back to front. Yeah, it's in my library. I love that book, and I can add that to that list if anybody wants to read it. It's called Universe Has Your Back, and she has different prayers and meditations in there that help to strengthen your understanding that the universe does indeed have your back. So I will add that to. Here. To me, like my 1,000 notes. You guys see how many notes I have on my phone? It really showcases my Gemini. My Gemini rising, which is so funny. But I do have a note that is just here for you all. Give me 1 second to find it. Okay, here we go. Found it. Okay, I will add the universe has your back. Gabby Bernstein. It's really good. I actually really love Gabby a lot. And then we will also add in the pencil TikTok so that people can check it out. Okay, got it. Then I love to make notes. It makes it easier for me in my life. Okay, Priscilla, it literally made me smile, and I had tears in my eyes, just feeling like what I'm working on is already happening. That makes me so happy. And when you have a visceral response like that, it means that you have really aligned to your frequency with the universe, and the universe is telling you, yes, this is a true statement. Amy, I thought that book too. Oh my goodness, yes, I love that book. It's so good. Michelle, thank you for your donation. Priscilla, thank you for your donation. I deeply appreciate it. Siobhan! LOL, I talk to Lex like my homie too. I call mine Ziggy. He's Australian. He's trying to do yoga posts on the day right now. Alex is always giving me information, and I'm like, girl, not right now. Just please, just give me a moment. I like to be in silence. It's we have a very interesting relationship. And your other book, Judgment Detox, I have that book as well. I've read all of her books. Spiritual Junkie. I think she has a Course in Miracles kind of book based off of that as well. That's really good. Coco, thank you so much for your donation. Yeah, I love Gabby's work. Um, that's where I first heard of EFT. Yes, and it led me to your profile and Insight Timer. Oh my goodness, I love that. She's also a Scorpio sun, and I love Scorpio women, so it was very cool when we connected on that. It was like, okay, thank you, Gabby. She's really sweet. Okay, Priscilla, what a great idea, Kim. Ways to try to remember them and write them down in my journal as well. I can always leave those affirmations in the group as well if you guys want that too. Just let me know, okay? So I was going to try. No ways. No worries. No worries. Vita. Hey, Amanda, hi. How are you, Amanda? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh my goodness, I appreciate that. Yes, I love Geminis. I do. I'm a Gemini rising. I'm obsessed with Geminis. You guys make me so happy. I pretty much really do have a deep appreciation for most signs. Okay, Gabby Bernstein was my gateway drug spirituality. Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy, Ginger. Yes. I love it so much. Scorpio women literally, they just, we have to experience so much death and rebirth as Scorpio people. We just get it. We just get it. We're just like, yes, it's going to be uncomfortable, but I can hold your hand this time because I kind of went through it on my own and it wasn't great, but you don't have to go through it by yourself. We're very big on that. Yes, Gemini can be very playful. They're super intellectual. They're very charismatic. They know how to communicate well. They govern the throat, and the lungs, and the hands. So they're also really good with their hands, which makes a lot of sense that EFT is one of the practices that I teach. Now that I think about it, but that's something else. When things come together, it's always nice in your mind. So that would be wonderful. Thank you for offering post affirmations. Okay, yes, I will do that. Let me write it down. Post today's affirmations. This is day 18 in Lotus Living. Okay, they will be in Lotus Living probably by noon today. So if you want to check it out, noon Eastern Standard Time. Okay, Amanda, yes, we do. Okay, my mom's Gemini. Yes, Priscilla, I love this. So good. Okay, perfect. All right, we're all caught up. Let me go over what EFT is for my new folks that are here. Maybe it's your first time tapping, which always makes me so excited. I love being able to be your first experience because I know it's going to be a good experience. I've heard some horror stories with EFT, and I'm just like, just come to my class. I promise it's going to be okay. I have a pretty good retention rate and success rate. People normally leave feeling very good, and randomly when that doesn't happen, which is extremely rare, um, we hold space for each other. We figure it out. But I haven't had anybody be like uncomfortable with EFT, so I'm very grateful for that. Um, yes. Okay, your throat is killing you. I understand now. Could be that you need to open up your throat chakra a little bit more. I love to do the stretching of like taking the chin to the ceiling and really opening up the throat. Nice deep inhale when you breathe in through the mouth and exhale through the mouth. Really opening it up, and you can tilt it down to the chest and open up the back of your neck. Those are all great ways to kind of like help to soothe it through like movement. And then of course like a trick I used to sing when I was younger, and we used to do apples with honey and yogurt. I don't eat yogurt now. I don't eat dairy, but it's the enzymes in the yogurt that make it such a powerful remedy for healing your throat very fast. So you can always do that, or the trick of putting what are those else that is called? A cough drop in your tea with honey and lemon is also another great way for you to clear your throat. Okay. Okay, beautiful. I'm taking a sip of water first. Okay, I think I'm okay. My the cold that I got like last week is finally rounding itself out, so I guess it's just the last bit of it, which is cool. Okay, EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique or Techniques, and it is the beautiful healing modality of tapping on acupressure points on the body to communicate to the body in a language in which it understands. As we do this, we strengthen our mind body connection, and here's how that happens. In the mind, we are rewiring neural pathways to help us release any old patterns, beliefs, or perspectives that no longer serve us. We also speak directly to the subconscious mind so that we can begin to usher in the patterns, beliefs, and perspectives that we do want to be leading us on autopilot, right? And then the body, where all of our trauma and every memory is stored, when we're tapping, we are releasing. We are releasing that stagnant energy. We're closing energy gaps and we are transforming or accepting the trauma in which we've experienced in our life so that it no longer leads us or leads our experience. That is exactly what happens when we tap. It's absolutely beautiful. There are so many benefits to EFT for so many different things. If you're someone who suffers from chronic illness, PTSD, ADHD, ADD, anxiety, depression, the list can go on and on, even things to like weight loss. Um, these are all EFT supports all of that because it's helping to rewire the subconscious mind and helping to release any energy in the body. A lot of times we hold on to things emotionally in the body and that can cause us to feel sick or out of alignment. EFT helps us to bring us back into alignment in a very subtle way so it can feel like nothing is happening as you're tapping, but there's so much going on when you're tapping. And it's super important to remember that. That is why I always advocate for you drinking water and remaining hydrated when you're doing energy practices, be it EFT, Reiki, yoga, it doesn't matter. I just need you to drink water. Okay? Um, we're going to go over some of the basics of EFT. So essentially, tapping is the well-known name for it, where you tap on the body. You can tap with one finger, two finger, all the fingers. It doesn't matter what side because you're tapping into the energy pathways, the energy meridians that run through the body and outside and around the body. So that's important for you to remember. If you are someone who is sensitive or tapping just doesn't feel that good for you, I'm going to give you three alternative ways to tune into your energy and your frequency. The first one being that you can pulse, where you literally keep the hand to the body and you just lightly press in and out. You feel like a nice little bounce. Then we have it where you rub. So you can rub like one little finger. I think it's adorable. You can rub with all your fingers, doesn't matter. Okay, and then for those that are super sensitive, you would want to hover. So you're not touching the body at all, but you're still tapping into the energy meridians that are within and around you. Okay, those are the four ways you can do it. You can tap, pulse, rub, or hover. And it's just as effective, okay? I want you to try whatever one feels best for you and trust in that. If you ever feel overstimulated in EFT, I want you to stop and drink some water. And I want you to give yourself a nice big hug because it's going to cross your wires internally and help to balance out the left and the right side, which should help you to feel better sooner. If not, you can always lay on the ground and be grounded that way. Either practice works, okay? Okay, let's go over the 9 tapping points. So we have the side of hand, which is the pinky knuckle bone, and the wrist bone is that fleshy area there where my tattoo is on either side. Doesn't matter. Then we have the top of the head. Then we have the start of the brow on either side. You would trace that brow bone and get to the side of the eye. You'll feel the ocular bone. That's what you're tapping on, not the temple, not the soft part, the bone. You trace that bone underneath the eye. You tap on the bone again under the eye. Then under the nose, above the top lip. In the crease of your chin, collarbone. You're gonna feel for your collarbone and you're gonna feel for the fleshy area underneath it. That's where you'll tap. You can tap on either side, you can connect the hands and do a butterfly tap. Does it matter? And then we go underneath the arm. So you would literally trace the armpit to the end of the armpit, the beginning parts of your rib cage, and you would lightly tap here. If you're someone that wears a bra, it would be where your bra strap is. Okay? And those are the 9 tapping points. that we will be using for today. But there are like 114 tapping points. It can be very customizable, but I would only suggest that if you're doing it one on one with a practitioner. You don't need to do all of those intricate tapping points to heal the body. Okay. It's a good selling point for practitioners, but it's not necessary. Okay. Priscilla, do you think I'm ready to tap Lotus, being an empath and being sensitive and anxious? Yes, I do think. I think it's super important for you to be tapping. However, I would like you to hover. Um, Honor the fact that you're an empath and that you're super sensitive, right? And build that up. Because as you do this every day and you build for it, at some point you might naturally begin to just start tapping. Let it be intuitive for you and your body. Your body will tell you when it's ready for something different. But until then, do what feels safest for you because you want to act from a safe space. So as you're moving forward in the practice, your body knows that it's safe to explore new opportunities. As someone who's super sensitive and a deep empath myself, I have been tapping for so long that I can just tap and it doesn't overstimulate me. And when it does, I have the tools to kind of recenter myself. But I would just say, Priscilla, keep hovering because it's still giving you a beautiful impact. There's no difference between me tapping and hovering. The same amount of effort is happening. It's just one is less stimulating for me consciously, and then one is a bit more stimulating for me because I'm literally feeling the tap. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay, okay. Do you have to tap in certain order of your body or can you tap randomly? You can tap randomly. Usually people are in a bit of a rough state, they might tap randomly. There's a universal flow that most practitioners teach because when you are tapping on the body, you're communicating. And this is going to be in the EFT 101 class that I'll be having soon. I usually teach this like once or twice a year. But when you're tapping, you're literally talking to the body in a certain way. So I would encourage you to tap in the flow. However, if there's a tapping point that feels really, really good to you and you want to just stay there, I call that your sweet spot. And then I encourage you to follow your body and stay there. But literally, when you're tapping, like this point literally means that you're filtering out information. This is why we start here. This is why normally when we're tapping, we say a statement 3 times here. Because we're telling the body, hey, prepare for the tapping session. We're about to filter out some things that I no longer want and also bring in things that I do want. That is what's happening. That is what I'm saying with every tap. Each tapping point means something. So I would encourage you to follow the flow. But if intuitively your body is saying, I just want to be here, then trust that because whatever that tapping point signifies, that's what your body is asking for and needs more of. Okay? It's a delicate balance. I'm always going to encourage you to do what feels good for you in your body though. Okay? Hi Rachel, how are you? I've been pulsing and today I'm ready to tap. Let's do it, Sonia. It's gonna be so good. And again, if at any moment in time you're like, ooh, the topping's too much, switch to a different modality. Switch to, I was gonna hover. That was a lot. That's okay too, okay? Okay, wonderful. All right, I'm gonna get us a recording ready and make sure that I press record this time because I didn't press record the last time, which is hilarious. And not necessarily like me, but such is life. Okay, let me know you guys are ready. You guys just send some hearts so I know to begin. Okay, let's do it. You might notice that for the recording purposes that I'm hovering, but normally I do tap. But I'm just hovering so that you guys don't hear the tapping in the recording. Okay. Co-creating with confidence. EFT for trusting the universe. And we'll be having 2 rounds, okay? So follow me. If you know the tapping flow by now, you can close your eyes or soften your gaze and tune inward. I also want you to use your voice throughout this practice because your subconscious mind knows your voice the most. It is most intimate with it, which means that it will listen to it more. And you want to be able to have the subconscious mind acknowledge your desires. So use your voice, okay? And let's begin. Side of hand, lightly tap, rub, pulse, or hover, and repeat after me. Even though I may feel overwhelmed by the challenges in my life, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I sometimes struggle to see solutions to my problems, I honor and appreciate myself. Even though I am not sure how to manifest my desires, I choose to trust in the universe and its infinite wisdom. And we're going to move to the top of the head, top of head. I am a co-creator with the universe. I release any doubts or fears about manifesting my desires. I trust that the universe has the perfect solutions for me. Brow. I am open to receiving the guidance and support of the universe. Side of eye. Oh, actually, I apologize. Go back to your brow, please. We're going to start that part again. I'm open to receiving the guidance and support of the universe. I let go of any need to control the outcome. I choose to believe that everything is working out for my highest good. Side of eye. I surrender the how and I focus on asking, believing, and receiving. I am worthy of all the abundance and blessings the universe has to offer. I allow miracles to flow into my life effortlessly. Under the eye. I release any resistance to receiving help and support from the universe. I let go of the need to figure everything out on my own. I am a powerful co-creator. And I trust in the process of manifestation. And gratitude. Under the nose. I release any feelings of overwhelm or uncertainty. I choose to trust in the divine timing of the universe. I am worthy of all the blessings that come my way. Shin. I am grateful for the solutions that are already on their way to me. I let go of any attachment to the outcome. I trust that the universe has my back and is always working in my favor. Collarbone. I am a magnet for miracles and blessings. I trust in the power of gratitude. I am open to receiving all the abundance that the universe has in store for me. Under the arm, I release any doubt or fears about my ability to manifest my desires. I choose to believe in myself and in the universe. I am aligned with the energy of abundance and prosperity. Side of hand. Even though I may have doubts lingering, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I've struggled to fully trust the universe in the past, I honor and appreciate myself. Even though I may still feel uncertain about manifesting my dreams, I choose to deepen my trust in the universe. Top of head. I reaffirm my role as a co-creator with the universe. I release any residual doubts or fears about manifesting my desires. I strengthen my trust in the universe and gratitude, knowing they are able to provide perfect solutions. Brow. I fully embrace the guidance and support of the universe. I release any need to control every detail of the outcome. I reinforce my belief that everything is unfolding for my highest good. Side of eye. I deepen my surrender of the how, and I focus on asking, believing, and receiving. I reaffirm my worthiness of abundance and blessings. I welcome miracles into my life with open arms. Under the eye. I release any remaining resistance to receiving help and support from the universe. I let go of the last shreds of the need to figure everything out on my own. I fully embody my power as a co-creator and trust in the process of manifestation and moving with gratitude. Under the nose. I release any residual feelings of overwhelm or uncertainty. I deepen my trust in divine timing of the universe. I reinforce belief in my worthiness of all blessings. I am so worthy. Chin. I express gratitude for the solutions that are already manifesting in my life. I release any final attachment to specific outcomes. I reaffirm my trust in gratitude and in the universe's support and guidance. Collarbone. I amplify my magnetism for miracles and blessings. I strengthen my faith in the power of gratitude. I open myself fully to receive guidance that the universe has in store for me. Under the arm. I release any remaining doubts or fears or worries about my ability to manifest my desires. I have deepened my belief in myself, in gratitude, and in the universe's support. I align completely with the energy of abundance and prosperity. Deep inhale, dropping your hands into your laps, palms facing up to receive the energy in which you've cultivated. Breathing into the lower belly, softening the shoulders. Open mouth, exhale, release, knowing the amount of work you've just done. And reaffirming and reclaiming alignment with the universe through gratitude. Notice how your body is feeling in this moment. Continue to take deep breaths in Exhaling fully. Allow yourself to fully embody the affirmations and trust in the universe's ability to provide solutions to your problems. Honor this by being grateful for it already. You are a powerful co creator, and the universe is always and forever working in your favor. Thank you so much for tapping in with me today. That was a pretty long session. Normally they're not that long, but when we're talking about calling in abundance and making sure that the universe knows that we get it, sometimes you gotta put a little extra work in. So please drink a lot of water. Let me know how you're feeling below. As you do so, I'll just let you know that the dates for the upcoming, for the last week of sessions should be available later on today for you to RSVP to. If you're not in the email list yet, please join my email list. You can go to, and I'm gonna see if I can show you. You can go to Insight Timer and you go to my teacher profile. I'm going to look it up and see if I can do it in real time. There we go. You would go to Lotus La Loba, right? And then you're going to go to the About, and you click the About. You scroll all the way down past my bio. That bottom link, you would click this, and it will take you to my email list, okay? When you join it, you should get an email automatically. Sometimes that happens, sometimes that doesn't. But you will get an email from me this week that has a list of any recommendations I've spoken about, as well as any upcoming things that I'll be focusing on. I'm very excited. Please use the list and join the email list because on day 21, I'm going to switch out the link to a survey that I'm going to need everyone to fill out so I know what to do next, okay? My intention is to include you in the next process. So you'll have to fill out that survey. It takes like 5 minutes to do, but we have some more time for some new people to join the email list beforehand. If you have a hard time joining my email list or you do not receive an email from me, you can always send me your email manually. Send your email to me directly through DM on Insight Timer, and I will manually put it in for you. Okay, I check my messages 2 or 3 times a week, so I will respond to you within a week's time for sure. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Siobhan, Alexa, press record. I love this. Amanda, thank you so much for the donation. Yes, if you're able to donate financially, I welcome it. If you're just able to hop on and leave a really amazing review or rating for any of my other tracks, I deeply appreciate that as well. Okay. Yes, you guys are feeling good. Eva, thank you so much for the donation. That was wonderful. Amanda, I'm so happy for your first time. Dahlia, yes, it was long, but I loved it. Oh, yay. Molly, this was just what I needed this morning. Thank you, Lotus. You're so welcome, Cassandra. Feeling sleepy, but good. That's a good thing. Maybe if you can take a nap, take a nap. If not, drink some water. Cassandra, thank you for your donation. I was burping, McBurp face. Oh, by the way, when you're tapping, you could burp, yawn, tear up, cry. You might feel your temperature rise or drop. People get very sweaty. It's all just your energy being released, right? Any stagnant energy, those gaps closing has to go somewhere, and the body processes it however it needs to. Okay, so I love that. My whole body was tingling with energy. Yes, Michelle. Eva, thank you. Thank you. Dahlia, blessings. Love you. Lotus, love everyone. As do I. Michelle, have an awesome day. Dahlia, thank you from Chicagoland. Hi, Kat. Welcome back. Nadia, that was beautiful. Thank you. Siobhan, sorry, no time to write. I was fully energized. My entire day just opened up in my mind's eye. I'm listening though. Do not worry at all. I'm just making sure you guys are good and safe. Yes, tomorrow is day 19 and it is magic footsteps. This is going to be a walking meditation. So tomorrow, if you are able to kind of walk around your home during the meditation or maybe take a walk outside, it will benefit you to do so. If you're not able to, you can still sit and lay down, but I want to offer that to you for tomorrow. It is going to be a walking meditation for you to indulge in, to move the entire body. So it'll be fun. I'm excited. Yes, you better be on a roll, Siobhan. I love this. Vita, you are so loved. Enjoy your day at work. Rachel, proud of you answering the call to be here, Lotus. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. It was tinkling. Yes, Goddess Mo. Thank you always, Gloria. Thank you always. I love you so much. I'm going to go and start getting these things together for you all so everything gets to you on time. If you need me, you can always DM me. Make sure to join the email list. And I feel like that's everything. I am hosting a second session today at 11:11. Fingers crossed that it works out perfectly and I'm able to host the class. If not, I will probably release the recording for this a little earlier, so that people can watch it and tune in. Please make sure you're following me on different platforms because it is a lot easier for me to reach out to you guys in real time there. I do reach out in the Lotus Living group, but I know we're not often checking that. So if you're trying to join in and you see something is going on or it's not showing up, check the other profiles and I'll send you my name and how you can search it literally on any social media for the most part. Okay, and then if you guys want to join the podcast, you can do this too. All right. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Have an amazing day, Michelle. Yes, I love today's sessions. Thank you, Lotus. Thank you, everybody, for Priscilla. Yes, yes, yes. Michelle, you know the vibes. I'm happy you dropped in too, Michelle. Thank you for joining us and have a beautiful day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.